What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Hey, hey. Got some special guests here today with me. Some folks that just wanted to hang out today, just hang out and work. Tell me if you got some friends like that. Just want to hang out and work. Actually, we did a workshop yesterday, and today we're doing just a special session. We just said, hey, what do you need some extra help with? And we agreed to do it as a live. So I want y'all, first of all, I'm going to say hello to everyone. I want y'all to say thank you because this would not be happening if it were not for volunteers to go live. And I know it's not an easy thing to go live, but we're going to do what it takes today to get a little bit of work done. So we're going to do an Automizer design. We're going to do prints on the F570, and we're going to heat press large format on the Buddy versus the large format heat press. And I'm going to have the ladies do this because they learned this yesterday in the workshop, hands on. So basically, my job is to help them with Photoshop skills today. And so we're going to do a little bit of that, especially with the Automizer. And then the production is going to be on your fellow creatives. All right, so I'm gonna do this. We're gonna get out of chat mode in just a bit. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get to design first, and then as we get ready to do our pressing and production, I'm going to reveal who our special guests are. All right, all right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with the Automizer. And for those of you who are anywhere other than YouTubeage, come on over to YouTubeage because those are the only chats that I can see. Trendy Lioness Couture, hey love, hey. Nancy, what's good? Samela, hey love. John, hey. Teresa, Valerie, Tracy, Willie, what's up? Ventrisa, hey love. Cassandra, Fonda, Ashley, Sharon. All right, Mrs. Wright. Ashley, DJ, Southern Girl Creations, aka Coach Chrissy. What's good, Coach Chrissy? Deborah, Lisa. Hey, hey. Kenya, Nikki. Okay, Nikki Marshall. I see you, baby. And let's see, did I get everybody? Did I get Ken? What's good? Divine Gemini. Hey. Charity, Shakita, DJ. Oh, okay. DJ. Uh-oh. You said you see wife is at this class? DJ?
DJ Shield.
Yes. Okay, so DJ, we over here spoiling the surprise guest, but yes, absolutely. So there is proof that she's working today on a Sunday. So there it is. There it is. I love it. Latrice, hey, Rona, what's good? All right. So let's go on and get to work. Now listen, with what's going on right now, I have the internet going. I also have Photoshop, and we're going to be doing the Automizer. So we may dealing with the StreamYard. We may be dealing with some lag. So hopefully everything makes it through. But I'm just giving that disclaimer right now. Yeah, Heaven Sent Creations. Shout out to Heaven Sent Creations. Thanks, thanks, my baby. Love you. All caps too. Go ahead. Listen, you're supposed to throw that embarrassing love. Go ahead. I remember my daddy used to come out to the school when I was younger, even in high school, and I would act all embarrassed and stuff. I miss those days, y'all. That was real love. When you get all blushy and stuff, and you kind of proud, but at the same time you gotta act like you embarrassed. Yeah, that's that real love. Go on, keep doing that, DJ. Keep doing that, DJ. All right, let's go ahead and get started with this thing. All right, I'm gonna get going. We're gonna do Automizer. Let's see. I may need to share my whole screen because I may need you to see what I'm doing with the folders here. So let me close out of some stuff so we're not dealing with any lag or issue before I share my whole screen. Here we go. StreamYard. Let's stop screen share, and then I'm going to bring up, present my whole screen. There we go. Entire screen, one. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. I have my Automizer file here. I have extracted it. Let's see what we're going to work with today. So let me ask you this, Morticia. What items will you be doing for this event?
So it's the cowgirl, kind of like Jessie from the Toy Story thing.
Mm-hmm. And what type of items will you be making for the event?
So eventually, I'm gonna start off with probably maybe about 4x6
Mhm.
backdrop, and then I want to create. I'm gonna take that design and then create like T-shirts and probably like the favor bags.
Mm-hmm.
And
Gotcha.
water bottle, and what else? The chip bags.
And did you send me? Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong thing. You sent the graphic that you want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do.
Hopefully it came.
Did you? I don't see that it did. Try it again. If not, I can Google search it. Matter of fact, let's search it. Or was it something that was sent to you?
No, I actually got it off I had got it off Etsy, the actual.
Oh, send it. So yeah, email it to me. In the meantime, though, I can go ahead and get the rest of the design together. So I'm thinking that there's going to be like a cow print. I'm actually going to go to my free pick account so I can grab these high resolution images if need be. Let me check and see.
I sent it to innatelabstaff@gmail.com.
You right. I believe you. I certainly believe you.
It was sent around 2:29.
So maybe did it go spamage? Yep, that's what happened. It went to spam. I'm gonna report it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it.
Let's see.
What did this
send it again.
Okay. Does it make sometimes it goes to like a promotions folder or something else?
The number
Letter N, number 8.
Number 8.
Mm-hmm.
Lab staff. I probably sent it
That's okay.
At Gmail.
It's all right. I'll just check on it as soon as it comes.
All right, I just sent it again. I think the original one I sent was you spell it out. Yeah, I think I did.
There's another email that has it spelled out too, but I'm not logged into that one, but I can. Yeah,
I sent it to the actual N.
Okay, it just came through on my phone. So there we go.
So, I sent some other little stuff because I like to get all my little stuff out.
Perfect. You know what? This is perfect. Okay. Love it. And then what we'll do is we'll do a flip with some of the stuff too. So I'm gonna go ahead and download these things. This is perfect. This is how you're supposed to come prepared. Let's go. Okay, and then you even have a font here. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we are just going to take these files, show in folder. All right, so we're going to take these files and we're going to use them in our setup here. Okay. All right, can y'all see what's going on? Yes. Okay. All right, so do me a favor, y'all. If y'all need to write it out or whatever, because it'll pick up on the live. It's okay. It's all right. Y'all not used to going live. It's okay. I'm gonna get y'all used to it though. Right. I'll get y'all used to it though. I was like, because I hear in the background, and I'm spelling the words, and it's like people gonna be all in y'all little business, emailing you. Trust me, I know. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to flip this existing original Automizer file to a theme of cowgirl, denim, birthday, red, black, and white kind of theme colors, right? Is the yellow okay, or do we need to pull the yellow out?
With her, I mean, the yellow, she just told me red. She want to take, so not the red in the hat, but she like, I guess red, I guess from the ribbons, I guess.
Okay.
Red,
so let's do this. The first thing that we can do is go ahead and kind of make the image the colorway that we want before we even get started. So the baby has the toy there, and like, let's say this is a little brownish. You want it like red.
Yeah.
Like
that'd be easier to find as far as balloons.
And then is the yellow where the yellow is that okay?
The red?
Yeah, because the yellow is kind of like her uniform, like that, right?
We could do that.
Because I was gonna say I think that is the natural uniform of it. But let's see if we want to change the red in the hats. Let's go ahead and isolate a little bit of this area. I'm just gonna kind of grab the hat here, and then let's go over to our layers, which I have to reset my workspace. Let me see. I think. Yeah, there we go. Reset my workspace. I think Photoshop did like a reset last night. It had to because mine reset too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
To get started.
All right. So let's go ahead, change the color here. I'm actually just going to add. How do I want to do this? I want to do a color, solid color of red. And then I'm going to turn it off for a moment, or at least opacity down. Now what I want to do is I want to affect just this shape here. So one thing I can do is just copy, Control C, and then edit. I'm going to paste it. Paste special, paste in place. That means it's going to paste exactly down where the original hat was. So then that way when I start fooling with the hat, I know that I'm only dealing with the hat. Now for here, let's see if I can grab just the hat. Let's see if it's going to pick this out for the object selection here. And then I'm on layer 2. Let's see what it finds. Didn't do too bad, but it didn't do the best either. And I see, okay, I did find some of the openings there. And I'm going to get rid of this area here. I don't know why I was thinking that's a part of the hat. So let's go here and let's do the minus, and let's see if we can get rid of some of that. If not, then y'all know we know how to do our own selection. That's good. This is good, but it's not doing a good job of taking away this part. Let me turn off this red here. Come on, I don't need the denim. All right, so here's another trick. That's not working well. Let's go to, let's make sure we're on layer 2. And maybe that's what I was supposed to be. I might have been tripping, y'all. Hold on. There we go. There's the first part of the hat. Let's add to the selection. Nah, it's just acting crazy. Select, deselect. I'm going to do a color here. So let's go to select, and I want to go select by color range. And this is a more advanced technique, but I think that this might be how I have to go right now. I'm going to use the plus tool, and I'm going to select different parts of this hat. And what it's going to do is going to look for other places where this color is in the image. And that's why I isolated and just chose this little piece right here, because I know this color is probably also in the skin tone a little bit. Let's increase the fuzziness here. Bring it down. I'm going to take the minus now, and I'm going to minus the part where it's right here. Getting a little too technical with this. All right, y'all. It's just old school. Sorry. This is it. Pen tool it is. This is not doing clean enough for me. Y'all know it's not going to work for me if it's not going to be clean. So let's go ahead and use our pen tool. I know this is not the favorite thing to do. It's especially not the favorite thing to do with mouse. I actually have a stylus that's easier to do. But this is something you really want to practice anyway. So what I'm doing, I'm using the pen tool to click and drag, get the contour of the hat. Because other ways I was doing it, I wonder if I brought this in to remove BG, what it would do. Because for some reason, the features in Photoshop, when you're cutting out things where it's not very, very clear what the foreground and the background are, it has a really hard time doing it. Now, once I get this external part cut out, it may be able to identify some of the internal pieces, but it would be much easier if this hat were isolated in order to change the colors. Because what'll happen is it's got red in it, you got red in the skin tones, and we just need to make sure that we're only changing the color of the hat and not her face. So here I'm just creating a contour around the hat. And then I can get a little sloppy around this edge because there's nothing here. But where we're intersecting parts of the image, we have to do a little specialized path work here. And this isn't as bad as I make it seem sometimes, but want to connect that. Make sure it's closed. It's a closed loop. If it's not closed, it will not work properly. Go back a second and make sure we close that off. Here we go. See how it showed a symbol when it was closing? So now that's closed. I can take this and make it a selection. And I'm going to choose a radius, a feather radius of 1. And then now I can create a layer mask here. Not perfect, but it's much better than what we were dealing with before. That's awesome. All right. Well, since you say it's awesome, I'm going to take that as awesome. All right. Now we can take this color fill layer here and we can right click, create a clipping path there. And now I can basically recolor that hat whatever I want. And here, if we choose the blend mode to be color, and then I choose, should I make this? No, because red is probably going to be the generic color. Because I was going to say we can make it a smart color and change the hat to whatever you want, whenever you want. Ooh. And the bows. That way, if you do want to make, look, you can excited over there. Okay, so since because I was like, oh, but it's just for this one. No, okay, since this is what we're going to do, let's go ahead and also do the same thing to the bows here. I'm going to let's just do this. For the bows, it should be easy to isolate. So let's take little lasso, grab here and here, and make sure that the additional layer is selected here. And on layer 1, I'm going to control copy and then edit, paste special, and paste into place, or paste in place. And put it right on top of there. And then let's do this. Let's get rid of everything except for the actual bows. Now this one should be a little bit easier. I'm not going to say it will be, but it should be. And I'm going to try object selection. Let's try it. We're on this layer. Let's turn off everything except the layer with the bows, so we don't have any confusion on what it's supposed to be selecting. And it looks like it still wants to select. Okay, all right, Bo, that's one. Okay, so we can go ahead and take that one and let's do layer mask. Perfect. I'm kind of assuming that the other bow is an exact replica of that one, but since I don't want to test it out, I'm going to go ahead and disable the layer mask real quick. Grab this one too. And let's do a little box around the bow. There we go. And then what I can do here is go ahead and enable this layer mask, but I want to bring that back. So white reveals and black conceals. I'm going to take my paintbrush here and I'm going to use white to reveal the bow here. All right. And same deal. I'm going to take the color fill, alt click and drag, right click, and create a clipping mask here. All right. So I won't change it into a smart color until I bring it into the template. But that is it. I don't know if that's a headband. Like look like they kind of they look like they put a headband, or maybe that's the lace from the lace front. They ain't covered up all the way. That's the screen porch. Hold on. You know what? We this is not what I was trying to get into today. But listen, hey, I know, right? That's how you know you can do this stuff. I'm telling y'all can do this stuff. You know what? I'm gonna have a campaign. It's gonna be called "Stop Buying All These Etsy Files." Listen, for real, because y'all know how to do a lot of this stuff. And for real, the other thing is, if I wanted this in all these different color variations, what would I have to do? I would have to keep buying the Etsy files, right? So even if you did have, a project that you were working on, if it took you a long time to develop one, and you could use it all over again, or you could buy a template that was editable, hint, hint, that's what your girl aims to do for you, then the whole objective is that you have a tool that you can use over and over again, not just a piece of art that you have to keep purchasing over and over again. All right, so I'm gonna clean up these edges here. Let's go. I'll actually do a little erasing. And we don't want a hard eraser. We want it to be a soft edge there. And then we can change the size by holding down Control Alt and dragging that down. There we go. And I'm just basically deleting. No, I'm not. I thought I was deleting. I was painting. I was supposed to be on the eraser. Here we go. And then the hardness, I want it to be a softer eraser. Here we go. And all I'm doing is making it to where it's not going to be such a hard line there. You know what? I think that is a transparency there. So basically they didn't fill that in. That's what it is, the background showing through. So if your background was white there, the white would show through. Yeah, that's what it is. So all I'm doing, I'm just duplicating the hair a few times here just to kind of get it to look like it's blended in. There's a part? That didn't.
Two puffs. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that a part?
I think it's a part.
Oh, look. Yeah, it's a little weird, but definitely the screen door is gone. So that's one good thing. Okay, let's see. And then let me go show my transform controls. Oh yeah, and turn off this. I know this thing messed me up last night because I never turn on auto select, and auto select was on. So let's see, is that her part? Maybe I don't know if that part is parting, but we'll roll with it. All right, so I think that she still maintains something there. All right, but at least it's not transparent anymore here. We're going to go ahead and take all that. Let's group it, and let's call that Cowgirl. All right, so what we really want to do is I want to be able to change this with my custom colors. So in order to do that, I'm going to bring it into the Automizer ecosystem. Let's go ahead and let's start with, if I start with the all over shirt design, I think that's going to be the easiest thing. And then we can also make it, like you said, the banner, all that good stuff. So let's do the all over. 44 by 36. And let's change out these individual elements and make it something great. All right, so first things first, my main image here, which is my photo, should be my foreground. I'm going to go ahead and double click on that. And then for this one, it has a photo here. I'm going to double click on the photo. Now, do you know if she'll be using, well, it won't be any photos because it's a baby shower, right? Mm-hmm. So the image, usually the cartoon will be like an accent image, but in this case, it's going to be the main photo image because that's what's going to be showing up on all of your stuff. Yes. Got you. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's bring her in here. All right, there we go. And then in order for this to change colors, I'm going to, wherever I had this color fill here, I'm going to go here and find my smart colors. So color 1 and color 2. Actually, I'll go ahead and bring in all smart colors. And I'm going to alt click and drag them over. And then press enter to lock in the transformation for each of them. Now this is me basically making a custom Automizer file. Usually if you're editing an Automizer file, it's going to be really simple because you're just going to be changing out the elements. I'm doing extra here. So y'all, I'm not going to say forgive my extraness because you probably may actually enjoy the extraness. Okay. So I'll take these colors here, and then what I want to do is change the blend mode to color. And then I want to make sure that I'm dragging this to the specific layer that I want it to affect. So let's say, for instance, that's my hat there. So I'm going to label this as hat. And right now it's recoloring it based on the gray that's there, but I can also turn on the blue here. So this means that I need a levels. Levels is going to allow me to play with the value of that color. So I'm going to play with it until I get that light blue like it originally was. And then once I know that I have that light blue where I want it, I can double click color number 2 now, and I can change it to red. And you want like a rich red, or like a deep red?
Just the basic red is fine. I mean, because she's gonna have like little pops of red. So just
little pops of red. Yeah. Gotcha. All right. So now we'll change that as our main, well, color number 2. So everywhere that we use that red, and you see that here, so the value of the color red is about 50%. That means it's like a mid-tone value. The value of the light blue is a very, very low value, meaning that it's very light in color. So those levels will adjust based on whether it's a very light color, a medium intensity type of color, or a very dark, deep color. So this is why you want to know to play with levels when it comes to how your colors apply. So for this one, I'm still going to adjust the color. I'm going to call this level light color, because usually if I'm dealing with like a pastel yellow or a light blue, that light color modification is going to work. I'll duplicate that and see what do I need to do in order to get a better darker color. So let's create that clipping mask there. And this is not even a darker color. This is, a good mid-tone here. So let's turn it on. And we want to make it so that it looks like it really truly is that red. And I think we're good right about there. All right, so then let's call this one medium color. And then I'm going to actually turn on, what's the other color? It's going to be red, black and white.
The black and white cow print.
Got you. So this one, let's leave the other colors as is. Maybe color number 1.
Maybe a yellow, I guess.
Yeah, let's do the yellow. And then you'll be able to see whether we use the light color or the medium color adjustment. The dark color adjustment you would use if you're doing like a burgundy or a forest green, that sort of thing. Now, in order to grab this color, I'm going to use my color picker tool, and let's grab that yellow. And we could either grab the hex code here, or we can add it to swatches. Take that add to my current library off because it will slow down your computer. And if I come to my swatches, I should see it down here at the bottom. Let's double click on color number 1. And now I'm going to switch that out for the yellow here. Yes, to update those changes. And let's see what happens if I use the yellow for the hat instead of the red. So that medium color adjustment now is too intense. If I use the light color levels adjustment, now it looks more like the color it should be to go with the yellow, right? So that is cool. So let's definitely change it to the red. Now what I'm going to do is grab all of these layers here. Oh, we want our smart color red because we want it to change all at once. This is just basically a freestyle color you can do anything with. All right, so 1, 2, 3 here. I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to alt click and drag that for the bows. Okay, so then this way I have the red here. Now this one for the medium color, I'm getting a little more intensity there, but I may have to change a little bit because those bows might need a little more intensity to match that red. There we go. And then that way, if I wanted the bows yellow, then I can turn on my light color intensity there, or my levels. I'm calling it intensity, but basically that's what it affects for the color replacement. All right, so I'm going to delete this layer mask here just to make it to where the file doesn't look so junky. You can always add a layer mask back if you need it. Now we're going to keep the bows red and turn on that color adjustment. I was just showing you what you could do if you, basically this is why you create the smart colors. All right, so that looks good. Now what I could do in this whole graphic is I could take everywhere that was yellow, extract the yellow. Would y'all like me to show you how to do that? Sure, why not? All right, so let's do this. Now, in order to do this, I almost have to exclusively turn off everything except for this right now because it doesn't like to work if you have other layers visible. So let's take this, let's zoom in just a little bit, and let's do what I was working on before, which is select and a color range. And I'm going to turn this fuzziness all the way down, select that yellow. And then I'm going to select the plus tool here, select some more yellow. And what you'll see is that it identifies pretty much where that color is. And this is not the same yellow, but there's some yellow here in her boots. If I start selecting it, it'll start pulling those similar yellows. Now, the thing is, it's probably also going to be some yellow in her skin tone, so I'll have to kind of combat that. You see how I started pulling from the skin tone, but I can isolate that. Now, whole objective here is I want to make sure that I'm getting most of the shoes and the shirt there. And of course, it's got her little legs on in there, but we can pull that out. All right, so the reason why I'm doing this too is because there's so many other colors in here, it's hard to just isolate it. So this is giving us a way to kind of isolate. So what I can do right now is I can add a layer mask here, okay? And this is pretty much all the places where that color was. And then what I can do is take my paintbrush tool on the layer mask, black conceals, white reveals, and I'm going to conceal the areas where, I think it was a little bit of yellow right there. What is that? That's her.
Toy Story problem and the little toy.
Oh, that was a toy. Okay, I'm not interested in changing that yellow. But I do want to get rid of, I don't want it to change any colors in her face or her legs. I want it to strictly focus on, and what I'm going to do here is I'm holding down Control and Alt, and I'm dragging it down so I get a harder line here. You could also do the same thing by changing the hardness up here. And then I'm going to Alt and Control, drag it to the left to make it smaller. And then once I get around here, I'm going to be careful, use my pen tool and clean that up. But for the most part, I can get real close, get our little rough cut in there. And then it looks like it preserved where like the browns and stuff are, which is fine. Now the whole idea here is that when we get ready to recolor this, and let's do, I probably will even bring in those stitches there. I think so. So here I want to do the white instead of the black, and I'm just going to bring in these stitches because I'll recolor the stitches with whatever new colors there. And I'm just going to do this for the boots in general. And I wonder, you know what? We could just recolor the whole boot. That way, if it has whatever color is going to be, and y'all are seeing my thought process now, because literally when I'm figuring out what to recolor, this is exactly what I'm doing. So I definitely need to recolor the parts of the shirt here. Let's bring her back. But even this color, I would have to recolor. So I know I did all of that to go back to our complicated pen tool. Pen tool here. And it looks like this is basically, you know, like not a hodgepodge, but like cutouts of different types of images. So what I would do for here is, let me take my cowgirl, same thing we did with the bows and stuff. I'm just going to cut out just the boots.
I think Erica said the live one out.
Uh-oh, did it?
Was she talking to?
Oh, this is how I'm saying I don't be on
Say something, Shanon?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just not looking at the comments. Did the live go out?
You're not moving here.
Oh.
Wait.
At the comments, did the live go out? Oh. I'm back? Oh. Okay. At the comments, did the live go out? Oh. Okay. I'm back? Oh, well, I don't know what happened. Okay. So welcome back. I think maybe I was doing a little too much photoshopping. And like I said, these files are rather large. What we're doing is probably not intended to be done live stream, but hey, we're here. All right, so what I'm going to do for the boots, oh yeah, that's what I said I was going to do. I'm going to cut out, let me do deselect. Let's cut out just the boots. And then we're going to do just a global recolor of the boots. Boom. Let's select that little lady. Let's do Control-C and then edit and then paste and place. Paste special, paste in place. All right. Boom, boom. Y'all back there taking notes. Let's see. So now what I want to do is turn this off, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the pen tool here and just clean up around this. It'll be much easier than trying it, because I have to be honest with you, this is not a high resolution file. And regardless, even some of the files that we purchase are not going to be high resolution. And it will cause issues with trying to pull parts of the image apart. Like, for instance, the removal of the background, that sort of thing. So use a pen tool. It gives you an opportunity to create a fresh, new, clean line, even if it was a little grainy or had bad resolution. All right, let me close that up, make a selection out of it. And then from here, delete that. And then we're just gonna get rid of that layer. We'll do the same thing to the shirt. So let's deselect here. So now our boots, let's label that boots, wherever it went. Where'd you go, boots? That's our bows. Boots. Let's label it. And this is why I label as I go too. So those are the boots. Okay, so we'll take the boots, we'll take the light color and all of the smart colors there. And I gotta reset my settings because my Photoshop reset last night for no reason. And I gotta get my settings back together. There we go. Because I don't like it creating the word copy after everything. That's why I turn those settings off. And then also I make it show me the large version of what is in that layer. So I'm not squinting my eyes trying to figure out what's in that layer. There we go. All right, so now when I duplicate this, it should not put the word copy after it. Alt, click and drag, put it right above the boots. And then what I have to do is right click and create a clipping mask so that it only goes there for the boots. And now I have to move that color to be over the boots. And of course, you can play with the color and the levels here. So you can make it whatever you want. And then here, I'm going to get rid of that one. And let's bring our little lady back. And then what I would do also once I'm done is I will link these layers so that the boots don't move separate from the image when we're moving it around. All right. So let's say we want it a little darker color there. Let's create duplicate layer here. And bring that back to our clipping mask. And let's say if I wanted to recolor our boots red, if this wasn't doing it for me because it's a little pinkish, I would take that medium color range and manipulate it a little bit to where I get more of what I'm looking for in the red here. So here's the other thing. Let's say that red is looking a little pinky. I can bring my whites down so that there is really no white in there. And that's just the power of being able to manipulate these things so you get what you want. You can take the black out because maybe I don't want it to look like there's any black in it at all. And I'm just manipulating the intensity of the colors there. And another thing you can do is you can do a black and white layer. Sometimes the best thing to do when you want to recolor something is to make it black and white first, but then you cannot use the color blend mode. So if I make this black and white, I can't use the color blend mode. But no, I can't use the hue blend mode. But the color blend mode is basically going to go based off of a gray tone now instead of the yellow or whatever color that was there before. So it's a little more consistent when you make it black and white first. All right, so we got red boots, and let's do this. Let's check and make sure if we turn it to yellow, it still works. We may have to use the light color feature there and maybe even change up the light color if we wanted to be able to use the yellow for the boots. So you can just imagine if you're making this blue, pink, purple, what have you, this is a way that you could do these features. And I'm actually going to take this hair piece here and merge this down. Let's merge that down so baby girl keeps that opacity there. All right. Merge down. There you go. So now that's one thing. Oh, we have to change the color of the shirt. So it looks like we should be able to go in here with the pen tool and do that pretty quickly. So let's go in here, use our pen tool. We're going to exercise in the pen tool. It's been a while since I had y'all use the pen tool. Maybe next template and next class, we'll do a little pen tool, because that used to be the tool when it's hard to do it live during class because a lot of times it'll lag your computer down if you're attempting to do the pen tool selection while you're doing a live stream. And I don't know if that's intentionally that way, but we're going to grab it. We're going to go with the rough edges here. And we'll leave the star alone. Going around it here. I should be zoomed in a little bit more than what I'm zoomed in now. So we'll take that selection. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a layer right now. Fill it with, where's my paint bucket here? It also redid my icons here, because my fill bucket is normally with my gradient tool. And I don't see it, which means normally it is here. That's the 3D paint bucket. Where's my paint bucket? There it is, the regular paint bucket's there. I'm just going to color it solid color right now, just so I have something there in place. And then let's grab this up here, pen tool. And then what I'll do is I'm going to skip over this little string right here. And we'll come back and take it out after we get the main shape. It's a little fun time with the pen tool. And I'm not gonna lie, I even need more practice and work with the pen tool. It's something that you never quite do perfect, but you can always get better. Let me know if y'all miss this kind of stuff. Like I lately I have not been doing these kind of show y'all in real time how long this stuff takes. Maybe I need to do it so y'all appreciate these templates when y'all be like, these templates take too little time. Whoa, wait a minute. You want me to show you would you like the long cut instead of the shortcut? I don't know. I think some of y'all want the long cut. It's okay. So maybe what I could do is I can demonstrate the long way on, YouTube from time to time, show you how I'm doing this stuff so that you have those skill sets. But for the templates, I like that the templates are 5-minute templates now. Like literally you can go in there in 5 minutes and make it look like something totally different. And I know some people were wanting more. You want to spend more time on the designs. And for those people, y'all can come to my lives and get involved the way I'm getting involved right now. All right, so I have these two pieces on this layer. What I'm going to do is control click on the thumbnail and it selected everything there. Oh, you know what I need to do? Before I do anything else, let me go ahead and clean up this little strap here. I'm going to do deselect, control D to deselect. Let's grab the strap with the, you guessed it, pen tool. There we go, boom, boom. And we just want that to remain, you know what, I didn't think about it. It's probably supposed to be the same color as the hat. So I can actually add this part of the selection to the hat. So let's go select, let it do a 1 pixel radius there. Let's go to the hat layer. And then what I'll do is I'll use the paintbrush to reveal this part. All right, and let's see, is there color hanging off of here? Control D to deselect. And let's make sure that my color is good here. Bless you. And let's see our hats there. Hat's good. And then what else are we missing? So this hat layer, I want to go here. Let's go back to get my selection there. And I want to add to here. Let's make it white. Paintbrush. What are we doing here? For some reason. Oh, I know what. My original piece that I cut off from the hat is not there. So what I would have to do is come to my original piece here and Control C to copy that, put it on top of the hat, edit, paste special, paste into place. Because originally when I was grabbing the hat, I did not consider the string there. So now the string is incorporated. I'm going to take this layer mask, move it off of the layer for a second, grab the string, put it on top of hat there. So hat and string now will be merged. Just take those two and merge them. And then what I need is to turn that back on and bring my layer mask back. Delete that layer mask. Take all of this good stuff and create a clipping mask. All right, so now it's all the same. Here we go. So now my string should change to yellow with the hat. Like I said, this is the stuff that I be playing with when I make these templates for y'all. So I love showing y'all the techniques, but I'm certain that, once we do something like this, you're like, yeah, I see now. Didn't know if I wanted to see it. It's like the red pill and blue pill. Which one you want? You want it? Will y'all do it though? I think you will do this though. Like once you actually,
yeah.
So there's another course that's like this, the one that we have, the Boss Baby, and then we did like the hair, we did custom skin tone, custom hair, custom clothes. Listen, we did all of that stuff, and I ain't see no variations. I ain't see no custom hairstyles, no custom clothes. I was like, oh yeah, they gonna love this. The sublimation streets gonna love this. Yeah, y'all loved it, all right. Y'all went in there, y'all changed up the skin tones, and you use some different hairstyles. But I need to create some additional hairstyles and stuff. All right, so let's bring the shoes back to red. I just like to test everything, make sure it works well. The other thing I do to test it, let's say instead of red, let's actually make a color let's make like a purple. You were thinking about it. Look, I read your mind. Let's make it purple. And I'm going to make it like a dark purple only because I want to show you what happens sometimes. You have to do different color adjustments based on the color. So this hue or this color has a deeper hue or deeper value, right? So it looks like we can still use the medium color there. It works just great. Let's do the boots here. These boots were made for walking. All right, let's recolor. We have the color on there. Oh, yellow still on top. I was like, why aren't these boots changing? All right, so then we have our different blend modes or different levels there that change it. So now we have purple there. Let's see if we can make the shirt turn purple. Same thing here. Let's grab those pieces and Alt click and drag to here. And then let's create a clipping mask. And here we have the purple, the black and white selected here. We need to make that opacity 100%. And then what we're going to do is actually take this and how do I want to do this? I want to change out of it, but I think I want to, do I want to keep the stripes or no? Because if I don't keep the stripes, and here's the thing, there's no shading here. So what I need to do is some extra stuff that I didn't sign up for today, but hey, here it goes. Here it goes. Let's actually create some shading here. Why not? Why not? I mean, you're testing all my Photoshop skills here live today. This is fun stuff. All right, so I'm going to do black and I'm actually going to do a fresh new layer because I'm going to paint some shadows on here. So let's do a soft round brush. And I'll tell you one thing I'm not the strongest at is identifying where the light source is and where to put shadows and stuff. So I'm actually not very great at that. However, let's see, what can I use as reference? So here I see the light kind of beaming off the forehead here. So I would say this is where light would touch. This might be where shadow is. And I'm kind of burning it in so I really see it. But what I'm going to do is lighten it up afterwards. Let's say there might be a little shadow right here. Maybe a little shadow so she's wearing a vest underneath the vest. And possibly, I'm just adding a little something right now. So I won't see any flatness. And then you can come around the top there. All right, so now I can take this layer and I can bring the opacity down. And it doesn't look so flat anymore. Right, and then I could take this. This layer really should be, let's make it gray. So if I want something to really have the best way that color applies to it, I will make it a 50% gray. So really what I'll do is a color overlay. So let's go to effects. Let's do a color overlay. And the way I get a 50% gray is to double click here. Hue is 0, saturation is 0, and the brightness here is 50. That's how I get an exact 50% gray. And then what I'll do is I'll right click and I want to rasterize the layer style so that this is now going to be gray. And here's her outfit now. Now, if I want the, so rasterize the layer style. So if I use a drop shadow, a stroke, anything like that, if I want it no longer to be editable, I'm going to rasterize it. Just like if I want the smart object or a photo no longer to be a smart object, I'll rasterize it. And what it does is it flattens all of those pixels. So what it did was it just flattened, there's no more yellow underneath it. It just flattened it to gray. Whatever effects that you have on that picture, whether it be drop shadow, stroke, color overlay, rasterizes it as a bitmap image. Okay, so I still have my shadows here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shadows and I'm going to right click and I'm going to merge that down. So now the shadows are a part of the gray part. Now let's say that I want to see the plaid underneath. Then I would have to basically change the blend mode of this and change how the color applies on top of it. So let's say I do hue here. We'll change it all to purple. And then if I wanted it to be darker purple, I would have to play with the, play with your levels here. But what I'm not getting though, I'm not getting my shadow. So I'm going to actually bring this to the top here. There. And let's say I want to use this as a multiply blend mode here. And that fill down. Here we go. All right. And so if I want the plaid now, I'm actually going to duplicate her shirt here. Take this as a layer mask, control click, add that as a layer mask for just her shirt here. And then I'm going to drag that above the gray. And I think I'm missing a piece of her outfit here. What is this right here I'm missing? Is that
the Canva?
It's something right here. I may need to fix it. I cut something off right here. Let me turn off. Or was it there? Oh, that's just her skirt kind of poking out. Or okay. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something there. It's not me. That's all right. All right. And then this kind of adds a little bit there to the shadow. And it's on multiply. That's it. All right, so she has her plaid. She's matched down and purpled down. So now let's take purple and turn it back to red. And let's see what it does. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, so let's say we want to take the shirt back to yellow, or you want to keep it red? Or do you want to manipulate the red so that it's like a darker red?
No, I think the shirt.
Because the shirt is supposed to go with the character, and the character had a yellow shirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, got you. So I'll take all that off, and we'll have the yellow shirt there. And then what we'll do is take all of this, group it, and call it shirt. And then we'll take all of this, group it, and call it boots. Take this and
she took all the smart objects, copied them to each of the different elements, like the boot, the hat, the wrist piece, name was in. Like, so if someone asks you, can I get this? Can you do it in another time?
Make sure you charge them with it. This takes a lot of time. Yeah, especially like if you're only going to do it one time, like let's say it's one photo, it actually doesn't take that much. We have several courses where we show you how to like change the color of somebody's shirt or change the color of skin tone. That's going to be something, that you may like be tasked with, and it may be very popular. So you definitely want to be able to do it. Just make sure, like, if you do it, maybe it's something that you can benefit from. by doing more than one version of it. But if you do have to do it for one photo, just make sure, it's worth your time to do it. Mm-hmm.
And the big boobs.
There you go. Yep.
And the one that's popular is the lady with the glasses.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That.
Mm-hmm.
They do so many different versions.
Yep. So now you know. That's what I'm saying. Once you learn Photoshop, you can, anything you can think of, anything you can imagine, you can create.
So Shannon, because I'm just so I understand. So initially, when you opened this up, you opened it up in one of the skin packs. Correct?
Yeah, the only reason why is because I'm going to make it an Automizer file for you.
Okay.
That's all. Normally, I would have done all of this just in a regular artboard, regular template. But because I want this to be something that, as an Automizer file, when you change the color, it propagates these changes everywhere. Okay. This is why I'm doing that for you. Got it. Like, if it wasn't you here right now, I can guarantee you I wouldn't be doing none of this. All right, so I'm going to take these pieces here, and I'm just going to link them so that the hat, bow, boots, shoe, shirt all move together. If you just happen to move one of those. And let's see. This is where the present photo was. This is where our cowgirl will be covering over. All right, let's save those changes and see how it propagates. And you'll be able to change this too. You'll have some ways you can change this. Oh, I forgot I had my screen just hanging off there. Yes, it is a lot of work, DJ. That's why I'm showing y'all some of the processes that go into how I create the templates, because I mean, some people want to learn the full the full realm of what Photoshop can do. And this is a lot of what I do on the back end and don't necessarily show anymore. I used to show this in the beginning and then I stopped. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close out of this one. All right. And what we want to do, photo number 1. Let's right click. We're on our foreground here. So that changes our foreground. And the idea here is that you should be able to change out these elements and very, very easily recreate a lot of these layouts with just changing out the graphics. So we change out this image here. We're going to change out text. What do you think you want the text to say?
So she wants something to say like howdy, but she wants the baby name on the banner. So
got you. Okay, so let's do. We'll just do howdy baby girl. How about that? Okay. Now check this out. We should be able to update our modified content. The colors should now update. Hopefully. Oh, DJ, you can definitely be a DJ and mix these templates. Normally, you're not having to do all of this work. I'm showing y'all the back end. What you want to be able to do, DJ, you want to be able to go to one of the templates in the courses in the academy and flip some stuff out in about 5 minutes, okay? Anybody can do it, even if you're brand spanking new to Photoshop. I'm showing you all the back end of how the designing goes when you don't see how easy it is. All right, so let's say we want to do, you said howdy. And I think you gave me a font too.
It was the Moo font or the Farm font, something like that.
Moo Moo. Yep, let's install it. So let's make that what the name will be. All right, so we'll keep howdy as this font just to kind of keep it simple. Mm-hmm. And then that way, if you want to come back and change the colors of the howdy, so we'll do like the yellow and red, and then the black and white would be the main kind of background color. So let's say instead of graduate, we want this to be in the Moo Moo, and I'm going to update all modified content. And then let's change the font to the Moo Moo font. With the Moo Moo here. All right, Moo Moo there. All right, and it is definitely a little big here, so I'm going to squish it. I don't always advise that you squish it, but do what you got to do. I'm just going to say howdy, baby. Not baboo, baboo, baby girl. And the text is a little too tall for the color, so I'm going to bring it in just a little bit. Either that or I would have to change where my smart color is. All right, so let's leave it red. Make sure that's centered good. Now, once that updates, if I did everything right, it should update on my main design here. And is there any other text that you might say on a, like that would be everywhere? Because you might have special text like this on the chip bag and only the chip bag. But is there any other text that you think that you're going to have it on everything, like the banners, t-shirts, that sort of thing?
I think she wants to put the baby name. She already has the name and everything picked out. So I don't know if
Do you want me to put, instead of baby girl, you want me to put the name?
Yeah, we can
okay.
And then I think, yeah.
Okay.
Any more text?
Okay, cool. And that just means I can leave the other stuff alone. Okay, spell the name for me.
Savannah, CAVA.
Oh, you kind of threw me out with a C. I was like, it's okay.
I saw S, but I said C.
Oh, it's supposed to be S? Okay.
SAVANNAH.
Well, you just spell Savannah with a C. You know how we do it these days. All right, so I'm Shannon with one N, and people try to tell me my name is Shanon. All right, so Savannah fits. Let's go ahead and update that, see what it looks like. Awesome. And then here's another thing too. If you don't want to use like the multiply effect, you can actually go and use normal, and it'll pretty much fill it in just plain. You have other blend modes, but sometimes people don't like it to look metallic or like it has a texture to it. And in that case, you can actually change the main effect, which right now it has like a gradient overlay and a pattern overlay. And let's see, what else does it have? Honestly, I would rather do that and just do a color overlay and let it be normal and flat. And then that way, if you want it flat, you can always turn that on, make it flat. Or if you want it less, like you can see the texture to it, you can just change the opacity of that flat white. So maybe you have a little bit of texture, but not a whole lot. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly move through some of the other pieces of layer. Let's say for the foreground, you don't need, and let's go ahead and update our modified content here. What I would do if I were developing this as my template file, I would still go into the first name and last name and update those elements so that it had the correct colors and everything. So I would go ahead and do that now. So I would update our modified content. And then for the last name, I would change the font too. So last name. Let's say here I want to use my Moo. And then I want to bring it down in scale. And then update our modified content. All right, and then for the first name. And this just helps you to keep, everything neat and together. And then what I would do, if I'm not going to use an accent at all anywhere, I would go to the accent file and I would actually turn it off so that at least it doesn't put that logo in everywhere that I use an accent, unless you like, do you have an accent image that you want to use? You want to use that horse?
The horse? I think that'd be cute.
Okay, let's do it. So let's go to our downloads. Let's put our horse here. And let's go ahead and cut out the background. Let's do object selection. It should be able to find this horse because the background's so clean. Good deal. Let's go ahead and add a layer mask here. And then it cut out a little bit right here where I don't want it to. So I'm going to bring that back with a paintbrush. All right. Let's go ahead and close that out. Say yes to save changes. And then regardless of whether I use the accent right here or maybe I want to have the accent be large in the background, the whole point is that the element is there. And I think this works better as a smaller accent, but we'll check and see. We'll put it behind the image here. And what do you think? You want it smaller like an accent or you want it to be more like a background image?
Smaller, probably like a tool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because it looks like a little more cartoony than she is, so it looks weird like as a real life size element. It looks better to look like it's a little toy. All right, so we got that in place. And then what we can do is turn off first name and last name, which is text 4, 5, and 6. Now we're also going to play with the feature of the background here. So let's say, because we're doing this, making it look like a little toy, we just kind of hide it behind her a little bit. And here we could take her and the toy, since we're not doing a bottom text, you can kind of make it a little bit bigger. Now that is your foreground. So now what we could do is save that. All right, so this is how it would look on the background. So let's play with the background now. And really, if you design the foreground and the background, you pretty much have everything that you need to fill out almost any design. It's just those placement of those pieces. Let's update all modified content. It might take a little while to convert the colors. Hopefully we stay online. This does use up quite a bit of computing power. All right, didn't take as long as I thought it might. And then as you can see, the accent image is there. It's actually the horse. Yeah, but in this case, we're probably not going to use it in that respect. We'll see. Let's go ahead and pull in what we want to do with the, I think the cow print. Now this is, it may be a repeatable file, which I'm thinking it may. I'm going to take this right here and go edit and define a pattern. And I'm going to define this as cow print pattern. All right, so right here in the background, I'm going to create a new, not a solid color, but a pattern. And I'll select my new cow print. And then I'm going to bring this all the way to the top so I can see what it looks like. And then I should be able to scale it. I should also be able to angle it. If I felt like it looks a little too straight up and down, I can angle it a little bit. All right, so I think I'll go about 60% there. I like that style there. Now what we can do is we can use our smart colors to kind of play with where we want this to be. Let's see. And what if I took a little bit of yellow plaid? Or plaid in general. I think I have a plaid thing, plaid pattern. So this is what I do when I'm playing with variations of templates, automizers. My goal is to give you all ideas that kind of set the tone for you so you don't have to do the guesswork. All right, so I'm going to place this white and I'm going to choose normal white behind here. And then this other pattern, I'm going to choose a yellow. And let's do the plaid here. I think I have it saved. It might have saved over my stuff. Let's do a little plaid there. Let's bring the scale of it up a little bit. And then we'll take this yellow color, right click and create clipping mask. And let's do a levels here. There we go. And what I'll do, I'm going to call this the plaid. And then, of course, you should be in there, sir. There we go. Let's create a clipping mask. And then I'm going to add a layer mask on here because y'all know I love to do some gradients and fade off my patterns. So now you get to see it in real life. Let's do a gradient from solid color to transparent. And I'm going to use the black. And this way, like if I wanted to kind of remix some of the elements here, I could. I could also take this now and say, well, which color do I want to use to recolor the plaid? And maybe I want the red there, and I would change the levels here. And maybe I want to add a little grunge. I could. I can take this, bring it all the way to the top. Above the plaid. Turn that on.
So Shannon, anytime you want to affect the background, you have to bring the elements to the top of the layers to the top.
No, it's just a matter of what you know is going to overpower another. Like I'm actually going to delete all of this stuff now because I have a whole new background. And honestly, I don't think we even need grunge for this one. I'm a proponent of having something that's not a solid color because in sublimation, we end up, with imperfections a lot of times. And let's see, let's just see what it looks like as the background. I think I'm going to delete that. And once it's done, save it. It should automatically update this version of the file. Let's give it some time to save though. In the meantime, let me check y'all's comments. I've just been neglecting you. Hopefully y'all are still there. Annette says, can we do this in class? Oh, Annette. Woo-wee. Do you see how long it's taking me to do this?
But nobody's saying anything because they're watching. They're amazed.
That's
like
that. You know what?
Like,
That's good. That's good. No, you know what we'll do? And we do this every single class. Every single class we're doing, y'all just don't know this, but I'm teaching you little things to do every single template that add up to these skill sets. So that when you like, oh, that's what I'm doing when I'm changing the levels. Oh, that's what I'm doing when I'm fading off one image into another. I want it to look like it's transitioning. I didn't know that's what I was doing. Yeah, you're using a gradient to fade off one pattern print into another one, so that if you want to be all funky and extra like I like to do, at least you have a way of transitioning it, and it's not just like crazy print on print with hard lines and doesn't look like it's cohesive. All right, so right now it's updating the background, so that might take a little bit of time because the background is huge, y'all. It's a 36 by 44 artboard. Nikki says I'm glued. Okay, all right. I believe you. I see we got 44 likes. Bless you, love. Okay, now we got 45 because I just like my own video. Yes, I'm that person that likes my own video. If you don't like you, who else supposed to like you? All right, and don't forget, y'all, while I'm doing this, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Platinum VIPs, we have Dontel coming in. He's actually teaching a class for the Platinum VIPs tonight for our Sunday class. He's going to teach about content. He's a filmmaker, producer, content extraordinaire, and he's taking time out of his schedule to literally teach a class for us. So make sure that y'all are there. Y'all show up, get your energy together. Speaking of energy, did I just make some coffee and not drink it again? I think I did. I definitely did that. Yeah. That's me. That's me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grab my coffee, y'all, because it's definitely cold by now. So yeah, so this is like a theme. You may or may not like the whole doing different prints here, but I would definitely. I'm not the person that's just gonna have like one old print in the background. So different things that I do, I may fade it off to a solid color, another print. I might do an imagery in the background, so maybe like a field of horses, something like that. So let's try that out too. So here you have an option. This is where I go giving y'all extra options. So I'm just gonna say this will be, let's call this the top image. So right now it's plaid, but let's say we're going to go, let's look for horse background. And even if it's not an actual horse in the background, I'm getting ideas now because I like so that rustic look is cool to me. The wood kind of, that's speaking to me a little bit. Now you're seeing the process here. This texture is so pretty to me. This is where I get tied up. Y'all don't know, but every template that I make simple starts off super complicated and with a whole bunch of layers, and then I have to calm myself down and delete layers out of the file. Like, yeah, Shannon, that's another template, another day. All right. Oh, I have a little ant crawling on me. All right, so I was looking for like imagery that we can use. Let me see. Let me go with vectors instead of photos. See what we come up with. But I like this look here. I'm gonna try that one out.
Is Free Pick really free?
No, it has a subscription. For what I use it for, it has a subscription. I like this rustic look too. I think it. Yeah, they have the ones that are premium though aren't free. So like what happened was the ones that I always liked that were premium. Yeah, I was like, you know what, I might as well just do the subscription. Papers or whatever. Why am I going to Google? Huh, why? Why is that? All right, so let's do horse background. And then what I'm going to do is go to images. And then I'll go to tools, size. I'm going to look up large sizes. And I even like something like this, like with the silhouettes of the horses. That's cool. This depends on like what the actual theme is. Or is it more about the horses, or is it about the, you know, the toy kind of cowgirl theme? So maybe you want more of a toyish kind of play on it.
Cowgirl.
Mm-hmm. So then in that case, maybe I would look for something a little more playful. Maybe not even looking for horses itself, but just looking for things that kind of remind me of something playful. I like the idea of using the texture here. We could also silhouette stand out to me too. I love silhouettes as backgrounds because silhouettes, it doesn't matter whether you're doing a photo or you're doing like a vector art, like silhouettes just kind of go either way. So, you know, if you want something visually interesting that doesn't overtake your artwork, usually you can go with kind of like a silhouette theme. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go with the rustic here. Let's try it out. Let's try it. So what I'm going to do is go over to my downloads, pull it on in here. And this might be good. Let's say if you're having like a treat area, or, you know, the table where you're where you may have the food or the drinks and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe that rustic look kind of is your main theme with the cow print, and then that could really work for that. Yeah, I think I like the other one too.
I'm gonna set it up with like some little miniature haystacks.
Oh yeah, and see, that's the other thing. Now you can talk about haystacks. Guess what we could do? Let's find some haystacks, right? Yeah, you do a barn. See, now y'all want to come up with all the ideas. Why am I getting food? I guess that's like a I don't know, but I guess that's a snack. We're just gonna call it. We'll look for hay then. There we go. Or straw, I guess. Hay or straw. But even that would be like a cool background. If you're looking for isolated, you can even type in words like isolated if you're looking for specific graphics. And I like, what do you like more, the round one or the square?
Probably the square.
And then let's also put size large here. There we go. So then that way I know this is a size large. If I wanted to check, I'm going to open the image in a new tab, and then I can check and make sure it's decent. And what I do is I bring it into remove BG. Just out of habit because I have these credits that I'll be using up. And it usually does faster than Photoshop does. I don't have to do as much cleaning up. All right, so here we are. And I'm not going to, well, I'll download the HD version for y'all, because if I put it in here, then you'll be able to use it. Now y'all have a full cowgirl theme. All right, so this is the straw. All right, and then what I could do, now I could add the straw, and I want you to think about your image now. You could do the straw as an accent, right? So you can put it in places and take it out, or you can do it as part of the background, which you have to keep it in place. So I'm going to do the straw as an accent. So I'll go back to my pieces here. I'm going to look for my accents. And I'll do this instead of accent 1. I'm actually going to save this as accent 2. So I'll open accent 1. File, save as. If there's not already an accent 2 there, which I think there is, but I'm about to see. Yep, it is. I'm just going to replace it. And then what I'll do is add the hay here. Oops, that's not it. Where is my... I think I may need to refresh this. There it is. And now as long as the straw fits on here, I can use it as an accent wherever I want. And let's go ahead and get rid of the horse there. So accent 1 is the horse, or the toy horse. Accent 2 is the straw. Now let's update that and see what it looks like. And keep in mind, this is for a banner, but I always design it as a shirt first because if anything, if anybody is going to order anything in bulk, it's going to be some shirts.
Mhm.
So even if they never wanted shirts from me and they just say, "Hey, can you design me a banner?" Oh yeah, and a shirt, like because it takes the same effort. Why not? That's why you have the Automizer. All right, so that's going to update in a moment. So what I would do for the all over shirt here is I would probably bring the straw in as either part of my foreground or pretty much bring it into this image for my background because I would want it to be consistent wherever I do decide to use it. All right, so that's saving. That's giving me a little time to make sure I covered everything. So let's see here. Oh, and then, oh, I like
That
this.
was like a lasso. It's
Yeah.
like, but it was like a frame lasso.
I like it.
Mhm.
So let's use that use it in the foreground. So as soon as, do I have to wait for this to save? Let's use it in the foreground. Now, the other thing is you could also use it as, you know how you have your foreground and then you also have like a layer mask behind it. Let me let this update because it's updated now that it's thinking. Let me leave it alone. Y'all know what happens with Photoshop when you try to do too many things at one time.
You talking about to add like a opaque frame?
No, I was thinking, because it has a layer mask the in the Automizer file. Here, I'll show you right here. Well, I thought I was going to show you. I think it's sorting it by date modified. I'm going to sort it by name. So this is the mask that it allows you to use if you want to do like a layer mask in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, I think I ended up deleting it. So I may need to put the layer mask back in there. Or is it part of the background? I think it's part of the background. Let me let it have its time. Come on, Photoshop. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, in between time, let's see, we have meeting at 8. So do y'all want to stick around and press this up? Print and press tonight as the F570? Because you got your design done, right?
I do, but
Do you want to?
you have so much to do, plan for tomorrow.
It's up to y'all if you wanna see if you can get it done. I mean, if we hit print and it prints, then
Okay, if you hit
then
print
that's
and it prints,
yeah.
with no
At the
issue.
very least, though, I can show you how it breaks down on the 24-inch template, how it breaks down and what the print settings are, and then if it prints, and then you can either take the prints with you or you can set it up and print it up tonight.
Okay.
So we'll see. We shall see.
I have a question about
Yeah.
Woody.
Mhm.
I should have asked why you were doing all the stuff
Mhm.
that you were doing, but if this is going to be a skin pack, is there a way to remove Woody and if people wanted to add different toys?
So
I know we're too far in.
yes. So what I would typically do with this type of template is this is actually a compilation of other layers and stuff.
Okay.
The same way we did the Boss Baby file where we added custom clothes, custom colors, that sort of thing. I would actually do this from scratch. So I would take this image, make custom outfits that you can change out the colors of, make custom hairstyles that you can change. And also, like if you wanted to change out that toy, you could. Right now, basically, you would just kind of cut him out of here and just put whatever toy you wanted to there.
Okay.
Just the same way we cut around the boots and everything. We would just have to use a pen tool to do that. But for sure. So, yep. So in this case, what I would do is make different variations. And this is why, I don't know, would y'all want to see that as a class?
I would because like that's Woody, but what if I wanted to put something else so that would make it worth my wow self. I can use it for several different.
Okay, so y'all let me know if we did the baby collections. This is so popular. This baby, I thought this baby style was gonna phase out because it's really a low resolution little baby image. It comes from a very old image that people have kind of redone and redone and redone. But I would be interested in redoing it the right way if we had enough interest in it. We could rework the artwork where it could change out the clothes, change out some of the like the party elements. Like maybe you would do a cowgirl hat, or you could do football. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh, get a brand new baby face. She looked like
Yeah,
it came from the Gerber baby from long, like
yeah,
back
like
in the 70s.
a
Yeah.
very long time. So that's what I was thinking. If I spend some time doing that, I would want you all to help me come up with the baby themes. So just like we just discussed right now, let's matter of fact, I'm gonna make a post right now while my Photoshop is my Photoshop still going? Okay, it did it. Oh, I like that. I like that.
I like that one.
Yeah. Look, you get some ideas, huh?
I want to be the auntie with that shirt on.
Yes, you know how you like to make yours different from everybody else's? Like y'all not getting this one. Okay, so let's take this too and let's bring that to the background. Or bring it to the back of the foreground here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice. So now if we save this, it should automatically update to this image. Let's give it a little second here. And while we're doing that, what did I say I was gonna? Oh, I was gonna make a Facebook post in the Innate Creators Facebook group. So let's do that. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna screenshot this one and say, if we did our baby version of this, what themes would you want to see for the baby? So let's do a little snippet, little snippage.
And if you change the hair, would you make one like male, female with the hair?
So yep. And did y'all see the one we did for Boss Baby? Because it literally shows you. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, while I'm doing this, okay, I'm gonna to post in here. I'm gonna post on my regular Facebook and then share it to the group because I like doing that just in case somebody misses what's going on in the group. All right, so here, that's one. And then what I'll do is let's go to the academy.innatelab.com. Y'all, this is giving me the chance to talk about stuff I forget to tell y'all that we have and we offer. All right, so let me do a control F and I'm gonna type in boss. Oops, that's not boss. That's not boss either. What are my fingers touching? Here we go. All right, so this one, 137, we did, you see how we changed the skin tones? We added that hair. So see, we won't have the screen doors over here. We had the the full thing going on, but let me not let that play, but let's kind of scrub here. Yeah, we started. Y'all see? And now when I tell y'all we went through here, we changed the colors of their outfits, we changed their skin tones, we changed their hairstyles. I had a low fade, I had the high top, we had a little part in there. What do we do for the girls? I think we had pigtails plus like one ponytail with a bang. So if that's something y'all are interested in.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is like how do you get the hairstyles, like the different hairstyles?
I actually, in this tutorial, I took hair from photos. So see how the little boy here has the low fade? So I actually took a photo of a little kid with a fresh cut, and then we removed the skin tone and background there, and we merged it in there. So that was fun. It was a long behind class. We did a little lot there. So that's what I'm saying. As you work through here, the classes get easier because I've shown you all through all of these classes how to do some very, very advanced things. And then by the time you get through these, you're like, all right, Shannon, I just want to be able to flip through some things. And now we have much, much quicker templates. But if you want to get into some meat and potatoes, definitely here.
Yes.
You did. I even told you, I think I told you how to make smart color changes here. And how to, you added your own image. So you kind of made it look like an avatar without having to recreate the physical image. So yeah. I'm going to copy that image. Oh, y'all call. Listen, let me see. Let me check real. So listen. Oh, I can't even show. Yeah, I got all these screens shared right now. Okay, so I can't take it off right now. But somebody asked about the Shopify. The Shopify challenge was $100 for the people that physically came here for the workshop yesterday, traveled all this way. I did a special deal, and apparently I forgot to take it off, but I'm sharing my screen right now. I tell y'all what, if you just happen to be on this live right now, it's not that how many people on this live right now, y'all. Y'all. If you happen to be on the live and you catch it while I'm live, then you caught it. Listen, because it's already up there. I'm sure a couple of y'all have probably already got it. I just can't check it right now because I don't want to pull it up on the screen and be showing all my business. If you got it, you got it. Come on, the Shopify challenge. It starts tomorrow. We are going to at least now get me talking about the Shopify challenge, which I was about to forget to do. We are setting up a store in 5 days. So we're setting up a store. You're creating a product to sell. We're going to talk about the strategy for that product. And then the whole point, and this is what I want y'all to get used to. Stop selling out your inbox. Stop buying all these Etsy files. If that could be the top 2 reasons why you do the Shopify challenge, if you're doing either of those, if you're selling out of your inbox, if you are buying Etsy files and then rebuying them, oh, I want one with the sunflower, I want another one with football, like the things that we're talking about right now, stop. Because the whole point of this academy, number one, is so that I can teach you. If I were to start all over again, I would have scaled without a physical store, or with a physical store, I would have scaled a Shopify store first. Why? Because everything that I could have ever offered a customer would be on my website. And you know what I would tell my customer? Go to my website. Right? And that's what I would DM them too. When they DM me, oh, can I get a $20 t-shirt? No, you can get whatever's on my website. That's it. It's already there. All right. So here I'm making a Facebook post. What hair? Can I spell hair? Stop it. Hairstyles, things, and things would you want to see for a custom baby Automizer skin pack? Question mark. All right, so there it is. Make sure that you all participate in that. Here's the thing. Y'all drop me some photos. Should I start doing that again? You know how back in the day, y'all used to drop me photos, and if I use your photo in the template file, then y'all got the free template. Should I start doing that again?
I think so.
Oh, you know what? Just because you think so and y'all made it all the way here, I'm listening. I told them. I told everybody that came to the workshop, because y'all are here, ask for anything that you want. And most of everything everybody asked for was granted. Just saying. As long as it's reasonable, y'all. Reasonable now. I did I ain't even gonna tell y'all what kind of deals I did, because I'm actually probably gonna get in trouble with Erica. Let's see. Oh, drop a photo of or it doesn't have to be yours, of a cutie pie or a chance to be featured in the template and get the file for free. There we go. All right, we're gonna start that again. We'll start it again. All right, there it goes, and save. If you're already in Shopify, this is still going to help you out. What we're going to do is create a clean new theme. We're going to create some mock-ups. If you don't already have your mock-ups, we're going to talk about Facebook marketing and how you do Facebook ads that directly relate to your Shopify store. And then we're going to talk about some systems, some things that are going to be in place to make sure that you get customers, keep up with customers, and I'll be debuting the Innate Lab app, y'all. It's going to be really, really fun. And the people that are in the Shopify challenge will not only get first dibs on the app, you all will get a early adopters rate for the app and how it functions. I'll let y'all know in the challenge, only in the challenge will y'all get that opportunity. Oh, Coach Chrissy, your first class in the academy, your photo was picked, and you've been with me ever since. So when I pick your photos, obviously it's a good look thing. All right, so y'all comment on that. I'm gonna get out of this right now because I got way too many tabs open. I told y'all about the Shopify challenge. Y'all come on and join us for that if you're not already in it. Get in it because we start tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, come on and join us in the academy. If you're not in the live classes, get that membership. Get this VIP Photoshop membership. Come to the Wednesday live classes. Every single Wednesday, we are doing a live class. So the idea is that you get your hands on Photoshop with somebody who's in the room who can pull you out the mud if you get stuck. Now, you can watch the videos too. And that membership is only $50 a month. You're going to unlock, especially as a newbie, you're going to unlock 8 templates every single month. 8 templates of classes every single month. If that's not worth $50, I don't know what else in this world is. That's 8 opportunities to basically switch out some colors, some photos, and some text and get a custom graphic that you're going to be able to wow your customers with. Okay. Like everything that you see here, your stuff will look identical, if not better than my stuff, because y'all put a lot of extra thought into this stuff. Like y'all know what's trending, y'all know the colors, y'all know the themes, y'all know the sneakers that are hot. So you all know how to even improve the designs that you see here. But everything that you do will look exactly like what's on my screen. I'm not telling you to build it from scratch and you have subpar images or you don't really know how to do the effects. Literally, everything is already set up on autopilot. You just come in and change out some of the features. And then, for instance, for the Boss Baby one, it is a little complicated, but you're learning advanced features in those templates. We have very few complicated features, but the whole point is to get you to understand a little bit deeper about Photoshop. All right. So that's that. What else was I doing? Well, I was waiting for this thing to say. Oh, I wanted to put the hay in there for sure. Let's go back to my Photoshop. There we go. And we also now, let's say if you wanted to have some color behind here for the foreground, I think this is what I forgot to do. I forgot to do my layer mask in the foreground. Or did we have the layer mask in the foreground? Nope, I have it separate. I remember I have it separate for a reason. All right, so I'm going to leave this one as is. Now let's say we want to do this banner. Now the banner is separate. I like that rustic one too, but we're going to stick with the wood because I think the wood is going to do well. Let's just see here. What do we want to create? These are all mock-ups and printable files that are inside the Automizer. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to mock up a backdrop here, this one, or a banner here, like this one. Which one? Backdrop style or banner style? Backdrop style. Let's go. Backdrop style. Let's get it. Let's open it up. Now, oh, you know what? I removed this one, and hold on a second. I gotta replace it. Let me replace it because the banner and let's see. Did I download it? Let me see. Large format banners. I did. Now I had to separate them because the file was so large. And let's go ahead and extract this one. And then I'll put it inside of that folder. Give it a second.
Will we have to do the same thing?
Yeah, because what happened was we added so many products to the Automizer, y'all, that we could not even upload it as one zip file. So what happens is you're basically getting an opportunity to have several different substrates, and we're adding substrates. Coach Chrissy wants to add a graduation fan or just a fan in general that you can use sports graduation. Coach E wants to add the memorial bench or the keepsake bench. So if there are some other things y'all are thinking about that you want to add, let me know. We're also going to do some event planning type stuff, like where you have the backdrop with the balloons and the table decorations, that sort of thing. That's something else you all asked about. All right, so large format banners here. So this is my backdrop, and then that's my retractable banner. Oh yeah, the retractable banner. Do y'all know how much money y'all can make designing banners for people that are professionals? Like they're going to these events and they need these high quality graphics. So I'm really like, my goal is to put y'all up on game. So as I'm learning and doing this stuff, I'm showing y'all how to do social media graphics, large format print graphics, all of that, because I don't want you to get stuck thinking you're just here to bake t-shirts. That's just a principle. That's where you can get people. It says,
So we want to do the banner. We have to go into the folder and bring it back into the Automizers.
Well, what I did was I just copied and pasted it into this folder. It should have. I'm going to see if it was already in there. Let me see, because what it should have been is not the mock-up, the actual linked file. Let's see. I might have. Let me see if it's in here. I think that's what I have to do. I have to relink this one because the step and repeat one might not be in here. I think it's not. Oh, I got to put that one in there then. Let me see if it's on my desktop. Let me grab it. Because if that's the case, I have to fix that for y'all too. And then let's see. Chill out, sir. I may have moved it somewhere or renamed it. That's probably what I did. Let me see if I renamed it. No, that's it. So I don't know. I guess this one I forgot to give to y'all, but this is what we're going to do because I don't want to relink it to the wrong thing right now. Let's see if it's possibly in here. So this one is probably missing. So I don't know. Maybe y'all haven't been doing the step and repeat backdrop because it's probably missing from here. And if it is, then I'll have to fix that in the master file. So I'll fix that. Let me make a note of that. We'll fix that. And when we're adding the graduation fans and the keepsake benches, then I'll also fix this backdrop here. But for now, we can basically go ahead and use this setup here.
Is the 10 by 8, is that 10 by, the 10 is the width and the 8 is
the 10 is the width, yep. Okay. Yep. I'm thinking I may have just put it in the wrong 10 by 8. Did I put it in the wrong location? Yeah, it's here. Oh, I think I didn't put it in the right folder. So yeah, this is the right thing. I just didn't drop it in the right folder. My bad. Okay. So now I'm going to close this out and reopen. Here we go. And it should be inside of here now. And let's find it. And the reason why this file is so big too, because it actually creates this whole step and repeat design style, which does require a lot of images. Willie Smith. Okay, so the way that joining the Live Wednesday class works, it's kind of like if you know, type of deal. And I think Coach Christy created a video showing you how to get to the live classes on Wednesdays, but it's a window at 7 o'clock, it opens up. You have to be able to download the file from 7 o'clock before class starts at 8. If your file does not download before 8 o'clock, I had to do this because we had people that would come to class and it would take 3 or 4 hours for the image to download. And it would literally be holding up class because if it takes your download that long to download, then it's probably going to be a big holdup in class. So as long as your file can download between 7 and 8, then you can come to the 8 o'clock class. Now, if your download takes longer than 8 o'clock, you already have the class, you're enrolled, you're in there for good, but you just have to wait until the video drops because that means that your computer and your setup is not going to be optimal for a live class. That means you're going to be holding everybody else up, and that's really selfish, and we're just not going to allow you to be selfish. So I used to think that people would know their stuff was slow and they was holding up progress. But now I've just made that as, it's just like a gatekeeper type of thing. Like if you can get it done, you can come in, do the live class. If not, then that just means it's just telling you need to upgrade your computer or possibly even replace your computer. Yep. So I got you. And then what'll happen is you'll have like a credit card that has a code that tells you how to get to the free class on Wednesday. It's only free to the VIP and the Platinum VIP members. All right. All right. So for this one, we're not going to do a step and repeat. So technically, you see all these options I have to do the 3 logos, the 2 logos, or the 1 logo. Yeah. So y'all have that in there. I don't know if y'all knew that, but it's in there. And then let's go ahead and we'll turn on the foreground and the background and let's update all modified content. Now this may take a while. This is a large file and I hope I saved my stuff. I hope I was doing the save dance, y'all. Oh, dang it. Well, here we are. Definitely not going to speak up anything negative right now. Christy, you ready for Shopify tomorrow? Let's go. It depends on what style that you want to cartoon your images, Christy. What kind of style are you looking for? And this, now I may even have to get off a live. Like this is literally a 10-foot by 8-foot file that I'm editing with all of these images on here live on YouTube live stream. So as you can imagine, this has to be one of those situations where if it was going to test the limits of your computer, this would be the test. So let me be quiet and not give my setup any kind of ideas. Okay, not bad, not bad. So let's also check. So this is our foreground background. Now you can move things around. You don't have to just use foreground background. I'm going to show y'all what y'all can do here. Let's see. You know what? The logo. Oh, it didn't update the accent. Oh, you know what? Because it got it from somewhere else. Let me see. I need to link these. Let's link these. So this one, let's relink to file. So my accent one. Excuse me, y'all. That might take a little while because it's all over the place.
And you can resize this banner or from here or after when you're doing the save?
Yeah, well, let's say if you're doing like a 8x8, then you can basically change the size of the canvas. If you're doing like a 4x8, then it'll be 8 feet wide, but maybe 4 feet tall. Then you can adjust what you're going to be cropping off. And you can do that with the crop tool, but I would do it as a save as first, so that when you crop it, you won't be, cropping out the wrong stuff. All right, and then let me relink this one, accent 2. And then now that we have a 1 and a 2 here, that one, and now it has 1, 2, and let's say 3 would be maybe that other toy or whatever. You see how you can kind of create a step and repeat pattern, and basically it's doing the step and then repeating for you. And let's relink that one, accent 3. Yeah, that's because we didn't pick a third accent image, but we absolutely could, because this one doesn't even have a third accent image. We would create one. Accent 3 there. So right now it's turned off, but for accent number 3, we could do, we could actually put the photo itself or the baby itself there. I would choose something that kind of wasn't the actual image, because my thing is I would stick with putting the full foreground image here. And then let's say if this isn't the layout that I would want, I could bring the individual elements. So I could go to the image here. Let me close that down. And this one is my downloads folder. So now that, let's say I just want this image here, and maybe I just want the hay by itself, and I want the horse, and maybe I do want my frame there. I didn't bring it in as an element, so I would have to bring it in by itself. Let's show the difference in why you would want these individual components here. 1, 2, 3. Now, if I bring them in as individual components, I have the option of rearranging it different from how it's arranged on my t-shirt. And what I really should have done, let me go back. I'm going to delete those and bring them back. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to bring them in. Hold down Alt and bring them in so that they come in linked. That means when I update one thing, they all update. All right, so now I can make them bigger. And I can even bring in the words separate too. Right, so, and that way, if I wanted to make any changes to the photo image, it would propagate all of those changes. So let me turn off the little thing there. You could also bring in your words now. So I can go back and bring in my text 1 and 2. And now maybe instead of it being stacked one on top of the other, because it's a big banner, maybe I want Howdy on one side and Savannah on the other. And the whole idea is that you could change fonts up, colors up all day for different things. The reason why this is the way it is because it is intentionally making this simplified so that if you were to do this on one substrate, like a t-shirt, it would automatically design your banner, your pillows, your dog tags, anything else. So the idea is to keep it simple. If you want to make it more complicated by saying, okay, well, I want a different font, different color for this one versus this one, you can absolutely do that. But then you go into redesigning stuff from scratch for each individual element. So the reason why this Automizer is the way that it is because it looks complicated, but it simplifies the process. Okay. So if you ever want something different, bring it in just as a static image, a static element. If you want it to all propagate similar work and changes, then bring it in as the Automizer content. Okay. So let's say if I wanted, just for the backdrop and banner, and only for the backdrop and banner, did I want to put a wavy banner in the background, right? So let's say I'm not going to use that anywhere else. I won't put that wavy banner as one of my elements. I will put the wavy banner only in the backdrop because I'm not going to use it over and over again for the t-shirt and the party favors and everything else. Okay. So you just want to get strategic with how you use this. All right, and then let's say I wanted to do a drop shadow on here, make it look like it's kind of popping off a little bit. Then I could change the spread in the size, bring that opacity down, and now it kind of looks like my hay is kind of hanging off and not just flat on the background there. So you have some options. Okay. right. So maybe I want it like this because I want everybody to be able to take a picture and the baby be in the picture. Right. So, or, maybe you want it smaller and you don't want the baby like to look like the baby's in the picture. You want it to look like it's up high. Let's say you're doing like a 4-foot banner. Then you take your elements. She could be standing on the hay. That's what Photoshop is for. But I'm just imagining it's going to cut off the bottom down here anyway, right? Yeah. So, and all of that is just your like playing with it, your visual preference there. And let's say now, if I wanted to re-envision this, um, as a 4-foot banner instead of an 8-foot tall banner, then I would do a save as. I'm not going to do it right now just because it's probably going to take up a lot of energy. But if I use my crop tool, basically I could reimagine this as the 4-foot banner. And I can say, okay, well, if this is 4 feet, it's going to kind of get cut off there. And I'm going to see some of my wood. I'm going to see some of the cow here. I could leave this just like this. And now it's a 4-foot banner. And so I would save this instead of a 10x8. I would save this now as a 10x4. And basically now I would have a format for a 10x4 banner or an 8x4 banner, because then I can pull it in on the sides and make it 8. So does that make sense there? I'm going to save that. And then I'm sure it'll be some cool stuff. Like maybe you want the little, what do they call it? The little pendant things to be hanging, or you might want to burn, like I said, that silhouette image. Maybe you want to burn it into the wood in the background. There's so many different things you can do. It's crazy. But I just want you to know that you have those options, and whatever you see, like literally this started out as a graduation template. Before that, it started out as a remembrance or memorial template. You can change this to whatever you want it to be. It's just the principles of the design and the way that you're able to do this and work this over and over and over again. What with the custom built PCs? I don't remember what website that was. Yes, Chrissy. Now this design will not be uploaded in the Automizer, but I will make sure that I have this is an 8x8 here, so you can see what it looks like as an 8x8. So if I wanted this to be a 10x8, I would make it a little bit wider, and basically you get the idea of how this marks up now. So the whole point of the Automizer is that you design one time. You design the elements for one shirt, one banner, and then I'm able to go in. And that's why I was asking what things you may want to design, because I would find which package, because I don't have a package that has the backdrop, but I would definitely create one. Let's say we're going to go with a simple one with a banner in it. Simple one. Haha. Yeah, they're all pretty simple. All right. So let's say I'm going to do this one. It says for a grad party. Let's grab that one. Let's show you how to Automizer would get down on this. Okay. So let's say we're going to go to the banner here. Let's open up that banner. This is the mock-up. Then we're going to open up the actual printable file, the design file. Let's open that up. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is update all modified content. Watch it do its thing. And then when you update all modified content, what it's doing is going to bring all of the things into this, but you may have to pick and choose where those elements are going to be located. But the idea is that all the elements are there, and that if you make any changes to any one of the elements, it's going to make changes to all of the elements in every place that you put it in this project. So each iteration of the Automizer is a set of project files. All right, let's give it a minute here. And I need to go ahead and close out that 10x8 because y'all get to see me testing the limits right now. All right, so while we're letting that go, I'm going to also show you all, let's see, it's 7 now. So what I will be doing, I'm not teaching class tonight at 8, but I will be introducing Dontel, and I will be sticking around at 8. So I may even be up here still making stuff. So we shall see. All right, let's let this be. And I'm going to close out of some windows in the meantime. Okay, see how that updates there? And see how it uses first name and last name here. But all I would do is have to hide first name and last name in Yorktown High School, unless I had something I wanted to change for those. And then I could reveal name here. Okay. So basically all the elements are there. And if I wanted to now use my hay is there. Oh, the hay looks kind of cute next to the name. Look at that. So I'm sure, like I said, you all will truly figure out how you want to play with this. But it's there.
So if you move the elements around on the front on the banner, will it affect the other items?
It will, if you move them around, it will only affect the banner layout.
Okay.
Now the whole thing with the Automizer is a suggestion. So if you use the same suggestion everywhere, like for instance, you have text line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If every time you're only changing for the banner lines 5 and 6, let me go back a second. You could even okay. So let's say I wasn't using first name and last name anywhere else, but I could change this first name, last name to Howdy and Savannah, right? And I would have 2 places that Howdy and Savannah were, but it would make sense for this banner. So then I could just turn off this here and work with the Howdy and Savannah here as well. The idea is that most layouts that I've seen that we've ever worked with have no more than 3 lines of text at the bottom, 3 lines of text at the top, or top, bottom, right? So if you think in that mode and you consistently design that way, then you're not going to need to deviate too much from that. Like every time between those 6 lines of text, you'll be able to make something appear, move something around, and be ready to print. Right. So now I didn't have to bring that backdrop into here. I didn't have to a background in here. I didn't have to recolor or bring the recolored version of the baby into here. And if I do decide to recolor the baby, then it's going to recolor her everywhere in every last iteration of this project. So the idea is you create a whole project. Maybe you have a pink version of this. Maybe you have a purple version of this. Whatever it is, you're able to have all of those elements match up and mock up at the same time. So now let's say if I change this, let's say I'm going to leave it exactly like this because I'm not going to shift anything around. I'm just going to show you what it looks like if you don't touch anything. All right. So we'll go ahead and update that. And then once it saves, it should update this one. And you can turn the grommets off on this one if you want to, like if you don't want it to have grommets, and immediately change that mock-up. And this should look a little familiar to what we did this weekend. Okay, so now that changed. Now I can go to my all over shirt, double click on that one, double click on the image here. Make sure that I save that change. It changes on the mock-up. Yes, save that change. It changes on the mega mock-up. Okay. There we go. So anything now that I want to update, I haven't changed the back here, but if I want to change the back, I'm actually going to go into my back graphic here because I know I didn't change anything here. However, I would have to go into the back graphic to change the colors for that one. Let's say you did want auntie and, different names and numbers on the back. You would have to update the modified content to get the new color scheme, change out your text. And really, this one has individual text. So I would change just the name on the back. And change the number. It would change the background colors and everything. So it's a little more work in the beginning. It's a little more prep work. And this is one of those things, like my dad used to teach me, if you get your prep work right, then it sets the tone for the entire project. So now I can update this modified content. I can change out the text or the number or take it off completely. And if I wanted to change fonts or styles, like this would be my opportunity to do that. And then as soon as I update that, we'll also update our modified content here so the background could update. And then what I would do is, let's say there are different variations of this. Once I got a final okay on, hey, yes, this is proof, print as is. If I had variations, I would just save each variation as a PNG and only save. I wouldn't keep saving save as and saving so many different versions of the full editable file. I would keep one editable, and then the rest of them I would make PNGs, because all it is a name and number change. If I just happen to need to reprint that, I would just go back and change the name and number and then have a flattened version of the file, rather than use up all my space on my computer or my hard drive, making so many iterations of the same exact editable file. And with that, I'm telling you this, it comes with experience, practice, knowing what customers are asking for, knowing how often they're asking for something, and pretty much just optimizing your system so that you can satisfy your customers and also buy back your time. Okay. All right, Willie, thank you for your service for 29 years as an educator. Yes, absolutely. Greater is coming. I second that 1000%. And I'm excited that you joined the Shopify Challenge. Come on, let's go, Willie. Let's go. Yes, and I'm glad you're excited about it. Yes, get ready for the 9 to 5, that job. It's all right. It's all right. That job is your number one investor, and I'm proud of you for being proud to do what you do. All right, so I'm just saving this one now, so it updates on the back here. So can you imagine, like, you design one thing and it's like, okay, I didn't plan on showing all this stuff, but why not show this chip bag updated? Why not show the water bottle? Why not show the 13 by 19 t-shirt versus the all over? Because maybe they just thought they wanted the 13 by 19, but when they say that all over, oh, now they're willing to pay $50 and up for the all over shirt, at least for a couple of them. And then maybe everybody else gets the 13 by 19 shirt for, $25, $30. All right, and I hope y'all aren't doing 13 by 19s for less than $25, because even 25 now is low because all the prices of everything has gone up. And your artwork is fire. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of people that will make some $20, $25 shirts, but the artwork is not worth it, or the print process is not supreme like yours is. So definitely make sure that you're charging accordingly. Now this one's the chip bag has a lot of elements in it, so we're just going to let it update, see what happens with it. You see if there's anything we would have to shift around. I'm not going to shift anything around because I want to show you, if you don't touch anything, if you touch not one thing, you didn't move one element, all you have to do is turn off and on certain things, it will design something ready to go for you. Now the idea is that you can make your design look better by shifting or resizing or changing out certain things, but it's not necessary. You can literally click and go. Okay. So this is the power of the Automizer. Right now it's $850 for whoever's in the Shopify challenge. I'm going to do, if you don't have the Automizer, if you don't, it's something else. Oh, and you don't have the app because nobody has the app right now. I'm going to do a special deal for those who are inside of the Shopify challenge only, to make sure that y'all have the tools to get set up. It will not be the deal that I did for the people who came to the workshop, though. I'm just going to tell you that. I'm going to keep it a secret, but it was a deal of a deal of a deal. Okay. All right, so let's let that update. Boom, there it is. And see, it's ready to go. I don't have to change anything. If I were to change something, I might, put a drop shadow or a glow around the horse, right? Just in, if I did that, yeah, I'm going to show you. I would put a glow around it just so it stands out a little bit, right? And that's just personal preference. I could have literally just made this ready to go. That's it. So all that did was make it pop off of that background a little bit. That's it. And instead of grad facts, I would go into the nutrition facts and turn off the grad facts and make it birthday facts. Boom, boom. That's it. Now I close out of this, hit yes to save.
Oh my goodness.
We are not going to use the Automizer during the challenge, but once I show you what we're going to do during the challenge, if you don't already have the Automizer, you're probably going to want it. Okay. So boom, that's it. Ready to go with all the accent colors and everything. Gift bag right there. Boom. Let's bust it open. Wait a minute. Oh, the gift bag mock-up. It must not be in this folder. Let me see. Let me go ahead and see if it is 01 gift bag, or I may have renamed it by the time I did this one. So let's see. 01. And I'm looking for a gift bag. There it is. What you talking about, Willis? Okay, there it goes. And let's go ahead, update the modified content here on the design. Now this was just foreground, background, so hopefully it goes pretty fast. We'll see, we'll see. Shopify right now, I don't know if it's still going on, but Shopify had it to where it was $1 a month for the next 3 months. They may still have it since it's the month of January. I'm not sure. They do? Awesome, awesome. So if you do not have Shopify yet, this is your time to try it out for $3 for 90 days. If you don't sell something in your Shopify store for 90 days, you didn't come to the challenge, okay? Okay. Yes, regularly it's $297. Right now, the only reason why it's $100 is because I let that be a very special deal that I worked out for the people here at the workshop, and I can't turn it off right now because y'all are on my live. So I actually probably need to get off that. Yeah. Ladosha says y'all better run. And y'all already know the Shopify challenge is a one challenge. I don't even feel the need or the desire or the want to mark down the Shopify challenge because it's very intense. It's a lot of energy. We get a lot of work done in 5 days, and you get mentorship. Like I'm literally telling you all the tips and tricks, things I would do, things I would not do, what I would do if I were literally building my business from scratch all over again. I'm giving y'all all of those details. Okay. All right. So now I can update that one. There we go. And then I got to update all modified content here. And you see, it's nothing really complicated about the process because it takes a little bit of time to process this. And let's say instead of the yellow bag, I want the bag to be red. I can change that out. Okay. All right. There it is. And then water bottle. Let's do the water bottles. And then that's it, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there because literally that's everything on that top row. We just designed right in front of your face. All right, this one is missing something. It's missing 01 water bottle. Let me see. And the way this is set up, if it's missing something, it is really easy to re-find it. And then this is the label here. Update all modified content. Let's see what it does. All right. I'm just over here humming, making up music, just waiting for the computer to do the heavy lifting for me. It's a beautiful thing because I remember when I was doing all the heavy lifting and my brain would hurt after doing all of these variations of the same type of work for different projects. And every time I used to design something fresh and new, so it would definitely, and then it's like, yeah, I designed something like that before. And you would go find the file and you would still have to do everything, from scratch within that file. So my goal was I reworked this whole process, this whole system, as if like, what would have saved me time? What would have saved me energy when I had the brick and mortar? What would have saved me from being up there at the shop till 2 o'clock in the morning every morning? And literally I packaged what would have saved me into this. I didn't even come up with these solutions when I was going through this stuff. I literally had to remove myself from that situation and say, hey, I just want to teach. I want to show people how to do this stuff. So as I became a teacher and a coach, it made me want to create better tools for you because I saw y'all suffering. It's funny how you can suffer through something and it doesn't seem like a big deal, but you see somebody else suffering and you're like, well, I want to fix that. I want to make a way to make that easier or better. So because I saw your suffering, I made sure that I came through on some solutions for y'all. Okay. I don't even make this stuff anymore. I promise y'all couldn't pay me to make this water bottle right now. I promise you, because that's not the mode that I'm in. But because I saw you all doing it and I saw how profitable it can be, because I see a lot of y'all making a lot of great money doing this and you love to do it. My thing was, I just don't want you to work harder. I want you to work smarter. Hence the Genius Automizer. I tried to wink, but I closed both eyes. But imagine that I was winking with one eye and not looking weird because it takes a lot of energy to close one of my eyes. All right. Yeah. Now y'all know I blink weird and I wink weird. There you go. Know a little something else about me now. There it is. Update to the water bottle. Close this out. Update to the Genius Automizer package deal here. And imagine your customer asks you for one banner and you show them all of this. Okay. That's it. All right, y'all. So listen. We have, I'm gonna get off the live right now. I'm gonna come back if I can come back. If my F570 is working, I'll come back. But I need to turn off that Shopify for $100. Look, y'all ain't about to get me. Yes, I got a witness in the church today. Said I know that's right. Listen, I'm gonna turn off the Shopify challenge as soon as I come off of this live. So if you didn't get it, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it for $100, but you can still get it for $297 after that, as long as you join the challenge before we start Monday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you join by 7 so at least you get all the details and you have the Zoom links and you're ready to roll. Okay. So I'm gonna shut down this thing. If my F570 happens to be printed, I'll come back for a little bit. Otherwise, my not VIP, but the Platinum VIP, the Craft to Quit members, make sure that y'all show up 8 o'clock. We have Dontel Antonio, the king of content, coming to teach us tonight. Please, y'all come with some energy. If you got to sip on a little tea or something else to make sure your energy is right tonight, come with the energy because he's literally blessing us by teaching us tonight. And my goal is I want to bring more people to us that have differing ways that they can help us. At least maybe once a month, I can bring somebody else in to teach some material that I'm not the expert in. So then that way we can add value to the community. Okay. Let's go. All right. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Love y'all. Appreciate you dearly. And maybe I'll be back. But if not, until next time. Bye. Y'all want to say bye to people just in case y'all come back? Look. Okay. We're going to try to come back, though, because I need them to show you what they've been working with. They're doing all overs. They did bling and sublimation. Y'all want to show them what y'all did? Hold on a second. Let me turn off the screen. Yeah. All right. Hold on, y'all. Un momento, por favor. I got to show you. I got to show off my people. I got to show off. Hold on. Let me take down this thing right here. Let me take off my screen share for a second. Come on with it. And as a matter of fact, go ahead and do your thing. I want everybody, just in case we don't come back, I'm giving y'all a little bit of time to get the Shopify too, because when we off the live, it's off. It's over.
I sure will.
Okay, let's see.
Anything else you want me to hold?
Yeah. Look at the socks, y'all. Look at the socks.
Let's. This was a little mini Automizer file that they did in session. So we got socks. Go bring them up here. Don't be scared of this. Don't be scared of the screen now. Come on. Lovely.
socks.
Yes, with the taco method.
Creations.
Uh-huh. You got to advertise for the business.
Got the shirt. I love Heaven Sent Creations.
Love it. Love
QR
it.
code on the sleeve.
QR code. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
QR code on
y'all,
the
they
sleeve.
came up with that. They freestyled that on the spot. Got that up out of me yesterday.
Yeah, QR code on the sleeve.
Yes. So you should have your QR code or digital business card so people can get to
There you
you.
go.
We
Oh,
have
yeah.
a name badge. Same thing.
Yes.
Digital card on the sleeve.
Y'all can scan that. Y'all can scan that if you want to right now.
I'd rather they scan the one on the sleeve. If you want to scan one, scan this one.
It's okay. I got it. Scan that one
Scan
right
this
there.
one. Heaven Sent Creations.
Beautiful. Love it. Love
Screen
it.
grip. I mean, what is that? Not
The
screen print.
Screenshot.
Screenshot.
Yeah, you can
Screenshot.
screen print too.
Woo-woo.
We talked a little bit about
Woo,
screen
woo,
print
woo,
too.
Screenshot. We have a car tag.
Yes. Look at that.
Yes,
Y'all, these
isn't
are
that
all
beautiful?
y'all's graphics. Love it. Love it.
Put it on the car. Look at that.
Mm.
On the front, that is, not the back.
Now we were
Awesome.
in here. Oh
And
yeah, I
of
forgot. I
course,
forgot we did
of
this too.
course.
Yeah.
Wednesday
Of
class.
Yeah.
course. The one and the only.
That is what
All
template
over.
204. And they got a chance to do this on the. Did you do yours on the big press or the buddy?
I did mine on the big press.
So we split it up. Half did big press, half did buddy. So we were able to see the difference between those two processes and the outputs, and everything came out phenomenal. Like everybody's stuff came out gorgeous.
Oh, I
And
gotta
it
go
all
get
looked
the-
different, even though we used templates. So that's what I want y'all to know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I got somebody else trying to get in for the Shopify. Y'all better go and get in there, baby. Get in there. DJ Sheila said, "That's my baby." Yes.
Wow.
I love it. Let's go. All right, y'all. So I will check. Let's see. Thank you so much for explaining how to use the Automizer. Janice, you are quite welcome. Let me know. I'm thinking of doing live coaching on the Automizer. Maybe once every other week, so I can kind of either walk y'all through that, or y'all can do one of Coach Chrissy's classes or one of the live classes where you actually make whatever the project is from the Automizer files. So let me know if that would be helpful to y'all. Can you add the graphics to the NFC? I don't know, DJ. That would be, now you're saying if you could apply the graphics to it, can it take heat? And if the NFC cannot take heat, then maybe what you can do is a permanent vinyl. Can the NFC take heat? Have you ever sublimated it or?
That's him talking. Now he asked me, I was supposed to talk to you offline about that.
Oh, okay, got you.
So,
Well, she's gonna remember to talk to me about it now, and I can let you know.
It's a digital
Awesome.
business card.
Cool. And yeah, Coach Chrissy is going to be talking about the Automizer, doing some live courses, like some hands-on. Now, I don't do the hands-on courses, y'all. I'm going to do a digital course. I'm going to do some digital demonstrations. I'm going to show you what I can do from this here laptop. And then every now and then I'll bust up on here and show you what these heat presses look like and what they do. But definitely we have some new coaches coming up as well. I will be excited to bring some new fresh talent to the scene that will help us with content creation, party favors, planning and events, creating video content that you need to be creating for your marketing assets, for your business, all of that. All right. And I talked enough to give y'all enough time to get that Shopify challenge. So listen, let me catch a little break. I think I'm losing my voice a little bit too. So I want to make sure that I'm saved up for tomorrow. I was going to say Monday. Tomorrow is Monday. Shopify challenge starts tomorrow. Get in there. Like, I want to see the best version of you and the best version of your business. Okay. So we're going to work together. We're going to get it together. Okay. Yes, DJ, we can definitely talk. Definitely. Yep. All right. Appreciate y'all. I love you dearly. Till next time. Bye. Good night, y'all. See y'all tomorrow if I don't see you tonight.